Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Arrowverse Weekly. My name is Dave. Joining me, as always, is
Kyle, hi.
there.
Hi.
It is. He's gonna
Hi.
speak. I knew he would do it eventually. We changed things up a little bit. Got a little cooler. Had the animated logo to start off the show this week, and got fancy. I picked up a coffee mug. Well, I have had this coffee mug, but it's a Batman mug. And the green screen effect is making it all kind of wonky. Sort of. I don't know why. I guess it's just green and yellow. So, how you doing, Kyle?
Doing well. A little tired, but excited for Sunday. Super
Yeah.
excited for Sunday.
We got lots to get into. In fact, we're going to do a trailer reaction at the end. We're going to watch the trailer with you guys. You won't see us. You'll see the trailer, but we'll be talking about it underneath. Maybe it's only a minute and a half. Latest trailer just came out today, so we'll talk about it for Crisis. This is our weekly wrap-up show for all things Arrowverse, so on the CW, that kind of thing. So this week we have all new episodes of Batwoman, Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow, and they all lead, well, all of them but one led directly into the Crisis event that is coming on Sunday. We are just 2 days away. How excited on a scale of 1 to 10 are you?
10.
10? Okay.
10, and I hope it's still going to be excitement when I see it. Hopefully I'm not disappointed.
Or sad.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be sad,
Oh.
but it's the disappointment.
Sad Kyle. All right, let's start with which one airs first, because I don't watch it live.
It is Batwoman.
Batwoman, Supergirl. That's what I figured.
Supergirl, Flash, then Arrow.
Yeah, I knew the Tuesday one. Cool. All right, so Batwoman, right?
Yes.
Emotional episode, to say the least.
A very emotional episode.
Fair to say, a lot happened in the world of Gotham that
Yeah.
did not lead into anything having to do with Crisis whatsoever, but that's fine. You had...
Well,
Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, Batwoman was the furthest out of anything to be involved with the Crisis. The only thing that was anything to do with the Crisis was at the tag end. Was at the tail end.
That every episode had with Nash.
Yeah, which is
Nash
the
Bridges
same
Wells.
one, which is what they did for Elseworlds, which is okay. I mean, if you see it once, it's fine, but you see it 3 other times, it's like, all right, we get it. But I guess some people don't watch all the shows,
which is weird. But yeah, it was a little overkill to see that scene 4 times, and I watched 2 of them, and yeah, so yeah.
And if you're watching Batwoman and Supergirl, and then Flash and Arrow, you're seeing it back to back.
Right. Welcome to the chat, Johnny.
Oh my lord, he's alive.
A member of the Atomic Geekdom family. Welcome. He is not dead, he says, with an exclamation point. Real quickly, Johnny, are you up to date with any of these shows? I have a feeling he's not.
I have a feeling as well that he is not. I mean, he is a pretty busy person.
Not at all, he says.
Nope.
Are you going to watch Crisis at least?
I mean, who wouldn't want to watch Crisis? I would.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, well, for those that don't know, we're going to run into spoilers for all of this week's episodes of all these shows. So if you plan to watch them, come back and watch and replay this video on the Twitch catalog on our page, and you'll find it after you watch it. Okay, so Batwoman this week furthered along the Alice and Mouse storyline. Okay, so
are you over the Alice and Mouse storyline?
I'm over Mouse.
Yeah.
Mouse's obsession with Alice, which is not like romantic obsession, it's brother sister.
Right.
But it's creepy and weird.
Yeah, I'm wanting to see. I want to see more Batman villains, considering they are in Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that they don't do it. I understand why they don't do it.
Sure.
Also, I want to see Hush again.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
One episode was probably not enough. Plus, he wasn't Hush. He was
He was Tommy Elliott. Yeah.
Tommy Elliott. Right. So this was the tea party. What did she call this? The tea party.
Yeah, tea party.
The Mad Tea Party. That's the name of the episode too. It was a Mad Tea Party. So that helps. No, so the Mad Tea Party ended up being this Gotham humanitarian ball that Catherine is going to be awarded. Catherine, of course, is Kate Kane's stepmother and the mother of Mary, who is Kate Kane's stepsister. At the beginning, though, Alice has abducted Jacob, their father, and kind of is able to have Mouse mimic him again, and he captures Sophie and Tyler. All of these names are hard to follow. I have to take notes. Some of these people, I don't keep their names straight anymore. So Jacob is Kate Kane's father, I should say. Sophie is Kate Kane's ex-girlfriend from military school. Correct. Tyler is Sophie's current husband, and they're having marital issues.
Correct.
Right? They're married, right?
They are married, yes. So 3 years, I think. For now. Yeah.
He's having issues with the fact that he just discovered Sophie's still has feelings for Kate. Catherine is going to give a speech at this humanitarian ball. Alice has rewritten the cue cards, or the display that has the cue, her notes on it, her speech, and she ends up confessing to a whole bunch of crimes implicating herself and Jacob Kane, and then collapses, and then it's revealed that Catherine and Mary have both been poisoned by a toxin developed by Catherine's company, and that there's only antidote enough for one of them. The episode ends. Basically, I have a feeling Mary is going to be very upset with both Batwoman and Kate because they weren't there for her, and Catherine died because of it. And then Jacob gets framed for all of these things and is arrested.
Yeah, by the police commissioner, which he looked nothing like a commissioner, but whatever. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I doubt it's going to last long.
Oh no, especially after everything that's going to happen.
There's people that can verify that wasn't him, but then there's all these accusations which are true. Not so much that Jacob Kane will be implicated in them, but Catherine very much was.
There's 3 people that can say that it wasn't him, but who are they going to believe?
But he is framed for her murder.
Right.
So that will be harder to disprove, I guess. But Kate visits Jacob in jail, and they both agree that Alice is beyond saving and must be killed.
Correct.
And then we get our end of episode tease into Crisis, which is Nash Wells getting entry into the layer of the Monitor beneath Central City and disappearing into light, screaming.
Yeah, I don't know what all those symbols mean, other than I think one of them is like an arrowhead.
I think it was a vague arrowhead. Yes, I don't know. Yeah.
I think there might be 7 of them.
Probably.
Which is, if it's anything like what he's said in like the first new trailer that we got this week about
7 heroes.
Yeah, the 7 heroes. It might be about them.
Could be. All right. Anything else you want to talk about from Batwoman before we move forward?
No.
All right.
Go on.
Sadly, not a lot of Luke Fox in this episode.
Yeah.
Not enough.
He's okay. It's okay.
All right. Supergirl, episode 8, Wrath of Ramakan.
Take on the Wrath of Khan.
Yeah. Boy, howdy. They wrapped this up pretty quick, but I was happy to see, as I caught up on Supergirl, that Mike's mother from Stranger Things is a character, a recurring character for Supergirl, and she's kind of now taking over as was it Gemini?
It's a weird old name that they have,
and her name is Kara Buono. I don't know if I say her last name right, but
yeah,
I couldn't even begin to say that name. She was an Atlantean though, exiled at birth.
Yeah, but they're for this they're taking the names of that from that storyline from like 2003, I think. or 2000?
2002.
2002?
JLA book.
And they're just putting the name Leviathan on it, which is completely different than what the Leviathan is in the comics.
Right. Ramakant and Jemimna, whatever her name is, are part of the League of Ancients.
Yes, and then there's also another person that they introduced in that episode. He was the one wearing the ring.
Is that that could be the Minotu Raven or the
Nope.
Anointed One?
No,
The Whaler, Tezumek or
that
Scylla.
one, Tezumek.
Tezumek. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. We didn't see a face. All we saw was a ring. Yeah, and then we saw like the defeat of Ramakant. So goodbye, Mitch Pluggy.
The Earth guy. Well, he's
Yeah.
still alive, but he's not in charge of the bad guys anymore.
Correct.
And I don't think he has powers anymore.
Or they're severely weakened.
Right. And I forget, help me out, did the Shadow Girl, is she still has powers?
Rakata. Why can't I think of her name? It starts with an A, ends in Anata.
No, not her. The Shadow
Yeah,
lady.
her.
Akrata's the...
Akrata, that's it. Akrata.
I don't think that's who we're talking about. We're not
That's-
talking about the same person.
The one that's in charge of Catco now?
Oh, is that really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's from Veronica Mars, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yes, that's who we're talking about.
Yes.
She's still around. She's a main actor on it. She's listed on the main...
Yes, she's a
Character.
series regular.
Series regular, that's what I was looking for.
We are great with words
Good
and
lord.
names. Akrata.
I need alcohol.
Food.
Yeah. I don't know. Yes, they defeated him. This was another one, kind of like the second episode of the second part of the Flash story, that this was all very rushed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not happy with any of it. But there's the whole Lena and Supergirl storyline going on, and then Alex got involved in that as well. Having kind of went behind Supergirl's back and did something she didn't want Supergirl didn't want her to do.
Right, it was like uploading a virus
Right.
to her system.
Even though Supergirl wasn't there to do that, she was there to talk Lena down. But of course, Lena sees it as a betrayal.
Yep.
Yeah, so they do take down Leviathan.
They take part of it down.
Well, yes. Ramakant.
One person.
The Earth Bender.
Yep.
Malefic. Is it Malefic? Yeah. He decided...
They say Malefic. I've always known it as Malphilok.
Okay.
But yeah, they
Malefic,
could say it however they want.
It was cool in this episode. You had every version of John Jones kind of represented there, like vocally.
Was
Phil Lamar was the original voice.
No.
Phil
Lamar was Jon Stewart.
He's also been a Green Martian guy too.
Oh, was it like on like the Batman?
I don't remember where.
Yeah, okay.
But
I know Carl Ludlam, the one who played John's father. He played him in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Right. I'm fairly certain he has. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn he has once. I know he's been Baxter Stockman in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Kid Fisto on Star Wars.
Oh, on the
Clone Wars.
The shows. Okay.
Yeah. And then of course he's been in Futurama, and I swear he could have. I know he was Static, and at one point Steel, Green Lantern, of course. Whatever. I could have sworn he was. Oh, he played Gambit once. Weird.
Interesting.
Young Justice, he was Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, whatever. I'm wrong. Fine. All right. That storyline ended with Malefic going to Mars, or deciding to return to Mars.
Yeah, and with
to find
Megan. Which I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about Megan.
Right.
I think everyone else did too.
I didn't. Because I didn't like the way they handled that. I don't want her to be a relationship prospect for John Jones.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's kind of bizarre.
Super weird.
But then the Monitor reveals himself to John Jones, revealing that he brought back Malefic as a test to him and that he passed. And we also see that the Monitor has resurrected Lex Luthor and is also preparing him for the crisis by playing chess. And
now is the time to be a hero, and Lex is like, I'm always the hero.
Yeah, that was telling. And then also he wants a favor involving his sister.
Mm-hmm. Which I wonder what that's going to be.
Gee, I wonder. She did kill him.
Her die.
She did kill him.
So I can kill her myself.
Right, yeah. Yes, keep her alive. Alright, and then of course we got the tag at the end with Nash Bridges Wells.
I love that how you call him Nash Bridges.
Anything else from Supergirl you want to discuss?
No. I mean, Brainiac 5 still hasn't been Brainiac 5. I like him. I wish he would do more as Brainiac 5 other than be the Win replacement.
Yeah. I don't know. He was fun last season. I don't like him when he's obsessed with his girlfriend. Yeah,
that hasn't really come into play the last couple of episodes, so It's fine. And neither has Dreamer. Like, she hasn't showed up.
Right.
Which is interesting.
But, again, they were rushing things to wrap things up before Crisis.
Yeah, which is going to be interesting on if what we've seen from the trailer is true.
Sure. We'll get there. All right, moving on to episode 8 of Flash for this season. The Last Temptation of Barry Allen Part 2. Flash is under control of Russo, whatever you want to say, and converting most of the Central City's citizens into blood brothers and sisters to take over the world. For whatever reason, he chooses not to convert Iris and Cisco.
Yeah.
Could have really just completed his work right there. Basically, throughout all of this, though, they figure out that Barry is trying to communicate with them subtly with Cisco and Iris. And they figure it out, and they need Allegra's powers and the particle accelerator and Rosso's blood to give a cure to the city. But then you also get to see Rosso transform into a giant blood monster.
Which is, I think, more comic accurate than what we've seen.
That was cool. And then some kind of weird hallucination with his mother, which I didn't quite understand.
I didn't get that at all. That was like once furthest out of this whole episode.
That didn't make any sense. Like, I get that they were part of each other's minds, but how could Barry... They weren't in each other's minds at that point.
Right.
Like, whatever. It's
comic books.
There's a super speed human being in this with an ice princess. You know, who knows? Rosso is transferred into Argus custody because we trust them implicitly with everything.
Yep, and in the Mac.
Right. Team Flash spends their last moments together saying goodbye and how much they love Barry Allen, and how much he's changed their lives and all these things. And then the sky turns red, and then we get more of Nash Bridges. Very brief over this episode because it was boring. Maybe not boring, but it wasn't interesting.
You knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. The problem with trying to wrap a huge story up in 8 episodes and also leading into a bigger story, there's really no peril to Barry or likely to any of the other smaller characters. And granted, that's the same thing with every episode you go into. There's 22 episodes. They're not going to kill Iris in episode 3 or 4 or 5. Maybe they will, but it's doubtful.
Right.
So there's little stakes there, but the storytelling of The Last Temptation, these past 2 episodes, it hasn't been very good.
I thought this one was a little bit better than the last one, but like the whole Barry giving clues to Iris and Cisco, I'm like, I didn't get right away until he said like, oh yeah, shine the light, and it's like, how does... Yeah, I guess it has something to do with Allegra, but not explicit.
I got it when he said I chose the right guy, because that didn't make any sense coming from Rosso.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's what he said to Cisco, and then later Cisco realizes it, and I'm like, man, you're supposed to be the genius. Come on now.
Yeah. And when he said, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to use the particle accelerator, I'm like, oh, this is how Cisco gets his powers back. Nope.
Wrong-o.
Nope. Well, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
Wrong-o, Perry.
Yeah.
All right.
Crisis came fast, and the Red Skies came fast.
11:59, everything changed over.
Yeah, I thought like they were gonna be like if this antimatter wave was gonna be, if it was gonna get closer to Earth, then the skies would get red. But
yeah,
I guess not. So, and Yeah, just, I guess time is weird with them.
Time is timey-wimey, wobbly, whatever.
Timey-wimey. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. If you're cool.
Arrow.
Arrow, episode 7, Purgatory, which is another word for Lian Yu, or the island from Lost.
Yeah.
So the Lian Yu has been giving off this whole bunch of energy, and Lila and the Monitor know that. So Lila's tasking William to create a weapon that will harness it, along with the plutonium that's being transported by Dinah, Renee, and Roy in a plane that Dinah can apparently fly, but maybe not land. We never got the...
Oh, she could. She joked about being able to land.
We saw the returns of Edward Fires, Billy Wintergreen, and Yao Fei.
Yeah, which
all of them.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say all of them revived by the island's supernatural energy.
Yeah,
I thought it was a Monitor thing, which would have made more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's the island.
I mean, I heard that Yao Fei was going to be like making an appearance. I didn't know to what extent.
I figured another Earth.
Yeah, but seeing Fires and Wintergreen, I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
It was weird.
It was a nice callback to the first season, and I enjoyed the callback.
Sure, this is like their last real episode before the finale.
Yeah.
And so they got to kind of get the Lian Yu roots in there with the Deathstroke mask and that kind of stuff. And
all the graves, and too.
Right. The plane crashes with Dinah, Renee, and Roy, and Dinah and Renee are banged up. Renee kind of more so than Dinah. Yeah. But Roy is stuck underneath part of the plane, and Connor's forced to amputate his right arm, thus fulfilling the prophecy. Or at least fulfilling the source material and giving us a Roy who is going to eventually have a robot arm.
Yeah, if we ever see him again.
I think we will in the Green Arrow and the Canaries in the future, and he'll have the robot. That's when he'll have the robot arm.
Yeah, because that whole future's changed now. So
right. I doubt we'll see him again on Arrow. Maybe.
I mean, we might get a snippet of him.
Like a clip show type thing?
Yeah. I think within maybe the last episode.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe Lian Yu is where Arrow and Felicity end up living out their lives because it's the Lost Island, so they can just live forever.
God, I hope not. So it sounds terrible.
Just brings everybody back to life. And anyway, William finishes the weapon, and he needs Lila's DNA to activate it. And once it does, she kind of gets a message at that point, and she disappears. All of the inhabitants of the island also disappear, and she enters the portal and says, I have to leave. And then she comes back wearing the Harbinger costume, calling herself a harbinger of things to come, and that the crisis has begun. And then the sky turns red, and it's daytime, which makes sense because they're in Asia area. They're in the Pacific. So that it struck me at first. I'm like, wait a minute, it was 11:59 p.m. when Central City, and then I remembered, oh yeah, we're on Lian Yu. We're not anywhere. We're not anywhere near Central City, although it doesn't take very long to get there apparently.
or from Star City.
Yeah, either one. Anything else from Arrow you want to discuss before we wrap things up and talk about the crisis? Crisis, I should say.
Yeah, are you still hating on Mia and the Arrow kids?
I don't hate them. I just would. I'm just not into that being part of the story. I don't dislike them, but I don't know. I don't know where I landed on it.
Fair enough. I'm liking them, and I'm liking how they're being able to at least meet. And
I think I mentioned to you when we did the podcast, we at the mothership atomicgeekdom.com, there's a podcast episode of Atomic Geekdom all about Crisis you can listen to. I did enjoy the Babel initiative mentioned on Flash.
Yeah.
Which is a Tower of Babel kind of Easter egg or mention, nod, being that Batman had taken countermeasures for everyone's weaknesses, and that's what Cisco kind of did with Flash Ever Returned. That was what that was, and that was to keep him out of Star Labs.
Which Star Labs has security now.
It's about time. And anybody can walk into that joint.
Where was this force field 5 years ago?
Right. Ridiculous. All right, let's jump to Crisis.
Okay.
And before we talk about it, and a brand new trailer was released today.
Yeah. Because there was an earlier trailer early this week said it was the final trailer.
Yeah. This is the
and
extended.
then this one showed up.
Yeah. So as far as when we do this, Kyle will not be able to hear it unless he plays it on his own.
With Skype, with how it is, I won't be able to even hear it.
He won't be able to hear it, but you guys should all be able to hear it. So here we go. I'm going to press play. Change the scene.
There was no hope for this world.
It's going to be a little weird at this point. It's going to look kind of crazy. There we go. Hopefully that works.
I wish I was hopeful, like you.
Kate Kane has no hope.
My mistakes outweigh all the good I've ever done.
Dead Superman.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Will Wheaton preparing us for doom. Sad Melissa Benoist makes me want to cry.
Every second another Earth dies.
That's Earth 38 dying right there, folks. Looks like parademons.
It looks like it, but it's like what you said on the podcast. It's those shadow creatures.
And the answer monitor looking like Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Even in the darkest times, hope is the light that lifts us out of darkness.
Hope is the light that lifts us out of darkness. Thank you, Brandon.
I mean, we also get a shot of Jonah Hex. First time we get to see Jonah Hex in a while, too.
It's not time.
Oh, and there's also the Cosmic Treadmill.
I missed that.
The League and Fight. For Infinity.
Alright, let me close that. Get that sound off out of there. Alright, so there's the trailer for Crisis. That's the last trailer. What do you think, sir?
I was excited when I first saw it, and surprised it came out. I am still super excited for it. I had to pause it every 5 seconds with the space bar
to
get screen not to get screen grabs, but to look at it
to see what's all there.
Yeah, and I looking in trying to zoom in on Superman's face, and it's they might have put George Reeves' face over that Superman.
Oh, I didn't really look at it.
Maybe. I mean,
I haven't been looking too closely, but I haven't seen what's her name from Birds of Prey in any of the trailers yet.
No, none of them. No, she has not showed up, and Burt Ward has not shown up yet.
Holding that one close to the chest.
Yeah, they are. For all of probably 5 seconds that we'll see him. And
I'm hoping he is Will Wheaton is some kind of different character. I don't want him to be just the 1 second. Just
well, they wouldn't. I don't know if they would show that in this trailer.
If he meant more or less.
Yeah, if he meant less.
Less. So he. Well, no, who knows?
I mean, that would have been a great just a little, not even. I guess a little bit of an Easter egg just to have him in there. And I mean, and also with this, the end is near. It reminds me of Rorschach.
Yeah, it was a very Watchmen type thing. There's
maybe that's what they mean. It. I don't know.
No sense of Jim Corrigan in there either.
Yep, none of that.
Or Stargirl, obviously. What was I gonna say? Oh, I want there to be a moment where Oliver meets Helena Kyle, and they're like, "You don't look like the one I slept with." Because he slept with Huntress in season 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it was
Helena Bernelli.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'm reaching, I guess. All right, so I think that's gonna wrap things up. We went a little longer than we normally do, but that's okay. About a half hour. We want to try to go about 20 minutes, but we'll have lots to talk about. We'll have 3 episodes of Crisis to talk about next Friday.
Yep.
For those that need to know, part 1 is Supergirl on Sunday, December 8th. Part 2 is on Batwoman on December 9th. Part 3 is on The Flash on December 10th. And then we're off until January 14th. So we'll be on next week Friday, and then we'll be taking some time off to let it all digest. So we'll talk about it all next week. Hopefully you can join us as we talk about it all. We would love to get your opinions about what you thought about everything. Yeah. Anything else?
No. Again, just it needs to be Sunday.
Yeah. If you do watch this after the fact, give us a like and follow on Twitch. That'd be great. You'll be notified when we go live. Tell your friends, all that kind of good stuff. Or subscribe to the podcast at Atomic Geekdom on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, whatever the hell. Stitcher, all that good stuff. And we're on Spotify. So making it easy for everyone, as it were. We'll be back next Friday, like I said. Kyle, say goodbye to the fine folks.
Bye.
All right, everybody. See ya.